everyone, today I would like to talk a little bit about daylight savings time and the impact that it has on your health. I bet you didn't know that the increase of heart attacks and strokes goes up by 25% at daylight savings time in the spring. I bet you didn't also know that traffic accidents go up, mental illness goes up, cognitive decline goes down. It's really wreaks havoc on our bodies to lose an hour of sleep. I really don't think most people understand this. Really important. So we want to do whatever we can to make sure that we are transitioning in the spring in a nice, easy way and getting back on track as quickly as possible. Otherwise, the effects can last you for months. So it's really important that you do the right things now to take care of yourself, to get your health on track when it comes to this. You do have to make a shift. So it's important that we understand also that by going to bed at the same time, so say you went to bed at 9 o'clock every day before daylight savings time in the spring, go to bed at 9 o'clock again. Just keep getting back into that same habit of what you were doing before. That's the quickest way to get back on track. Make sure you dim the lights at night so you're not stimulate your melatonin. So melatonin is actually what helps to get you in that deeper sleep, and that's what's really affected from this daylight savings time. I think that most people understand that. I think most people don't like daylight savings time in general. It feels like a big experiment on us. It's like, really? Do we really have to go through this? In the fall, we're like, yay, we have an hour. And then in the spring, we're like, oh my gosh, we're missing an hour. So just remember, get back on track into your schedule as quickly as possible. Try to get up at the same time. Just try to make sure everything is as similar as you were doing it before. Just flow that way. You can really get through this much faster if we do that. If you do notice you're having some side effects from it, like you're not sleeplessness, tired, fatigue during the day, not being able to think, brain fog, getting more distracted, not aware when you're driving, having heart palpitations, like things like that, just really be aware that there's some changes that you need to make, and you might need some additional support besides actually just getting to sleep on time and doing these things that are really important. One of the two things that I like, a lot of times most people have these that work with us, so most people have these two products. So these are my favorite products for daylight savings time, and definitely, well, in the spring and the fall, we still want to make sure that we're getting into that same rhythm and keeping it there, but it's also really good for when you're traveling and you're switching time zones. So just an awareness that would be a really beneficial thing for you to do. So the first things first, so we talked about melatonin. So melatonin, huge. Your pineal secretes a substance a hormone called melatonin. That is what gets us to go to sleep. So for people that have a hard time getting to sleep, melatonin is fabulous. For people that can't stay asleep, that's a stress response. That means their body is under stress. So it's really important that, and sometimes during this time frame, our body is under stress because we're losing that time. Plus we might have a harder time getting to sleep because our internal clock is actually thrown off. So this melatonin is really awesome. So this is the Energetics one. This is a sublingual. So it sprays under the tongue. It tastes absolutely amazing. And I'll do 5 sprays of that at night. It also has B6, citrus bioflavonoids as well, that actually help to calm and absorb that melatonin with less amount. If you get too much melatonin, you will have a melatonin hangover the next day. That means you will be totally fatigued, and you won't understand why. So more is not always better, and that's why I like this. This, you can actually regulate it, whereas most pills are 5-10 milligrams, which could be way more than you ever need. So love this product. So if you have it, remember to use it right now. Really important. The other one I'd say for stress, probably a really important thing. We have a lot of products for stress depending on what someone tests for, but is magnesium. So magnesium is absolutely wonderful for calming the central nervous system, for calming the body down and helping the body to relax. So if it's a stress response, like you have a hard time getting to sleep right now and staying asleep, I would use both. Definitely, you might notice a dramatic difference if you use both. I definitely use both right now because I think it's really important to provide stress support as well as the sleeping support. So these are my two things that my two go-tos. So standard processed magnesium and energetics energetics melatonin spray. So I definitely would say I recommend going to those two particular products, and obviously anything else that makes a difference for you to get to sleep is going to be huge right now. So you could take a bath, a warm bath. You could take, you could actually drink some warm tea. Just calming things that are like, if it says like, I just remember last night I go, gosh, I just feel like I could use a bath. So I didn't really want to take the time to do a bath, so I jumped in the shower. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take a shower. I just wanted that warmth. That probably was in there for 20 minutes. I was like, I just feel like I really need this before I go to bed. Then that also helps me sleep better. So really important that we take this time seriously and take our health seriously. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us, and hope that you transition wonderfully easy through this time frame, and have a wonderful day.